So, do you guys know? Do you guys remember Twisty Amanozako from Nijisanji? You guys remember her, right? So she kind of was the whistleblower on Aster. There was a video that was leaked about her from some people she was in a Discord call with, where she was saying things about Indians and complaining that her model didn't look lolly enough. She got some messages leaked where she complained about Aster, etc. But do you guys remember also that she had another model? So she also released, during her time at Nijisanji, there was another model. She got like stealth suspended for multiple months, right? She had like another model that was leaked, and people believe that she leaked it herself. Well, keep that in mind. Like, put a pin in this, because apparently she addressed all of that on her new reincarnation last night, and I haven't been able to watch the stream yet, but I wanted to react to it with you guys. It's a 1 hour 30-minute stream. It's very long, but she speaks about like all of her experiences pre Nijisanji, during Nijisanji, and then after. And there's a lot of crazy stuff. So this is her new reincarnation called Manururu Nekoko. I wonder if she'll take the soft ooh voice with this. Let's start watching what Manururu has to say.
Not words of warning, but like a few disclaimers. Number one, okay, it's not gonna be the most positive stream out there. I kinda, by title you can probably tell, but I kinda wanna talk to you about, where I've been and why I'm so dead. Those type of things.
She's been very much MIA lately. She's had some drama with another agency that she's been in with a friend, and then her and the friend are beefing. I'm not aware of the entire story, but it seemed very messy. It seems like she paid for her friend's model, but then her and her friend got into a fight, and then she wanted to keep the model. I don't know. I haven't like kept too closely with all of that, but it was something along those lines.
I don't know. I've tried so hard to just like ignore it, or make light of it, like I said, or kind of act like it's not relevant. But I feel like I'm at the point where it's kind of becoming super difficult for me to stream the way that I used to, just because of like how all of this has affected me. I don't know. It's just like, I don't know, over over the past year or so, I feel like I've lost like everything. I mean, not everything, I still have you, but I've lost friends and supporters, and I don't know, I've lost a lot of the confidence in myself in streaming and in the community that we've built together, right? And I don't know, I hope that doesn't sound like in poor taste. Like, I guess I hope that it doesn't sound like I'm, taking you for granted, because that's not really my intention. I don't know. I know there are a lot of spirit mates who still support me with all of their hearts, and it means a lot to me, and I really appreciate it. And I guess that's kind of why I feel like I need to talk about it, because I don't know, I feel like you kind of deserve more from me than I can provide. Like, I'm kind of a terrible Oshi and a terrible streamer.
Dude, she's already getting emotional. It's kind of sad. I kind of feel bad for her. Like, I know she's made some mistakes, but she's a very young girl whom I've assumed has grown up like a lot on the internet and on social media, and I'm not gonna use groom here as like a sexual thing. I mean, like, she's been groomed by the internet in the sense that she's like been shaped by it. I gotta, dude, the internet has cooked our brain so much that I gotta give a disclaimer whenever I use the word groom. Don't use groom at all, it's cooked. Alright, what's the word? She grew up on the internet, period. Editor, remove the word groom from the live pod. From the highlight.
And I don't know, I should be more active. Like, you support me so much, and I
She was deep fried on the internet. Yesterday I was in the league game, and the bot lane got like 2 kills, and then they're like, yeah, the enemy team is deep fried. I'm keeping this one.
I don't do what I should, I guess. I don't know if that's how to say it, but it's like, it's not because I don't care about you, right? And it's not like I don't care about, our community. I feel like a lot of the time, at least lately, for the past few months, I've kind of been struggling with if I even want to continue being a content creator, like if I want to continue streaming. And I don't say that in a like, I don't like streaming way. Like I really love streaming. If it was up to me, I would for like 18 hours a day playing Minecraft with you and just doing stupid stuff all day, right? But I don't know. Over the past few years, I feel like there have been a lot of situations that have really hurt me, and it kind of keeps piling up. Like people say a lot of stuff about me and assume a lot of stuff, and I feel like there are a lot of people out there who kind of they've already decided who I am
Yeah.
before I can even explain myself really. And I want to try and be, extremely careful kind of with how I talk about this, because it's not like I want to start fights. I don't really do things with the intention to cause issues, right? I don't really think before I speak, so I'm gonna try my best to think before I speak today. But at the same time, I I just feel like I want to be able to talk freely kind of about what things have been like for me, because to me, I don't know, there's just like a difference between criticism and feeling like you're
Bro, the word crack on that sentence. Oh, it's hard to dislike her. She makes me want to protect her like a little bit, you know what I mean? And plus she's kind of funny. Like you gotta admit she's fucking funny. Without her, we wouldn't have known a lot of stuff. She was the only. There's one thing that you gotta give Twisty is that at least she has balls. She was like the only one out of I don't know how many VTubers, some that are older than her, some that have more experience than her, that was speaking out on somebody that was doing like misdeeds in a company, and that went against a really powerful corporation. Yeah, her unhinged Twitter stuff is very entertaining. She's very League of Legends coded.
I guess I kind of want to talk to you a little bit about my experiences as a VTuber.
Okay, starting.
We'll start from the very beginning. So I started streaming as a VTuber in 2021. And I decided to audition for an agency called Mysteria Live for their second generation. It was in, I think, a South African agency. And
so Twisty, by the way, just for some context, is like throughout her entire tenure as a VTuber, and she started like very early on, she's always been somebody that wants to be a corpo VTuber. Like she's always been in corpos, small, big, like all of them.
They were going worldwide with their second generation. And I feel like this is kind of the start of my biggest mistake. Like it was the beginning of the end. This is like the, how do you call it, like the original sin. And I'm not sure if that's how you call it, but that's kind of how I feel about it. This is Mysteria Live is where I met She for the first time too. And she would go on to, be my best friend for several years. And also, just because we're talking
Wait,
about...
not really? What do you mean? She's been there's Mysteria Live, there's Nijisanji, there's the other agency she was trying to do with her friends after, and then there's another one that she's planning on cooking up that she talks about at the end of the video, I believe. That's already 4. since 2021. It's like 4 agencies in 5 years. It's, that's a lot of agencies. There, she mentioned Aurora Live and another agency too, plus multiple she applied to but didn't join. I don't get the appeal of joining a small corpo though. That's the one thing. But maybe she'll talk about why she really wants to be in a corpo.
You're alive. There's a lot of, I don't want to say discourse because it's worse than that, but there's a lot of bad things that have happened that you may or may not have knowledge of, and it's all pretty available online. And
Okay, Turtle.
I guess I just want to make it clear that, like, I'm not gonna go through every single thing that happened, because there's a lot of stuff, and I don't think it's all relevant to what I'm talking about today. It's mostly just the parts that I feel are kind of important for understanding, like, how I feel and where I'm coming from, because these are, it's like things that I, you know, even though this was 4 or 5 years ago, it's still stuff that I think about, like, to this day, and I regret deeply. So I guess that's kind of why I'm talking about it, because I don't know, there's just so much stuff that I feel like I don't really mention, or I mention and it's kind of just a one-off thing rather than like my actual thoughts on it, because it's kind of difficult for me to just bring something up on stream and talk about it because I'm so bad at getting my thoughts together. So yeah. I guess the short of it is that the CEO had written himself into the company's lore. So in the story, he was married to like, I don't know how to call it, like a character, I guess, like a VTuber, but
wait, the CEO self-inserted?
to describe it, I'm just gonna say character because the VTubers were just taking up the role of the character. It was more like a fan fiction that he turned into an agency, I think. So
oh
that's why
god,
I'm gonna say character. So in this story, he was married to,
it's already starting so fucking wrong. Wait, the agency CEO literally wanted to live his like VTuber harem dream, so he wrote himself into the VTuber agency. Oh my god. Oh my, you guys can't see me right now, but I have my head in my hands. Oh my god. Sorry, I had to stop my Alexa.
Character, and that character was played by a VTuber from the first generation. And they had a daughter together who was a member of the second generation. So when I was accepted to Mysteria
Rima internally, it should have been me. Who wants to start a VTuber agency?
Live, I was kind of, I think the word would be typecast. Well, okay, not typecast because it's not like they gave me this role because of my personality. It was more like I had auditioned really late and I was the last role they needed to fill. But the character I got was basically like an evil girl. She was supposed to be this like vindictive
dude. We should paste that Google. We should find that Google Doc and put it in Discord in the Rats channel. Discord.gg/Rima. That's gonna be my morning read.
Antagonistic person, and she had killed the CEO's wife, and his daughter had to go back in time to like stop me or her from killing the wife or something along those lines. I don't really remember it exactly, but that was like the gist of the lore. And I don't know, to me it wasn't really K-pop because I was really treated like a villain by the CEO the entire time. Like
What?
I think he saw me as the character that he had asked me to play.
Yeah, of course.
Rather than the talent behind that character.
Yeah. Why does nothing in there surprise me? Of course. His whole point was to self-insert into the story. He probably picked like his favorite VTuber waifu as the quote-unquote wife, the dead wife, or whoever he wants to like hook up with canonically in his like made-up fantasy story.
If that makes sense. And I ended up leaving before debut alongside all the other Gen 2 members, and the company ended up falling through. And
the daughter character was a minor. Of course, of course. Why is there always a minor involved in these small agencies too?
For his company failing. And he ended up stalking me and harassing me for
What?
a few months.
Wait. He blamed her for the company failing? Why?
CEO blamed me for his company failing. And he ended up stalking me and harassing me for
Like what age was Twisty when she joined, by the way? This was in 2021. She doesn't sound like she's much older than 21 or something.
a few months after I left, until I was like, I can't take this anymore, and I decided to graduate as an indie and re-debut so that he wouldn't know my accounts, and he would leave me alone. So after all of this stuff with Mysteria Live happened, she and I got really close, and we decided to start auditioning to more agencies together. None of them really worked out because she didn't really have a streaming portfolio behind her. So I think VTubing was a lot less saturated than it is now. So I would end up getting offers from agencies, and I would end up turning them down so that we could find an agency that would take both of us.
Oh, yes.
If you remember what VTuber,
I recall that in some of the leaked messages that she had like this best friend that she was funding her VTuber model for, and I think that's the girl there, and she really wanted both of them to join the same agency, but the other girl wasn't like a really good VTuber, didn't have any experience, so actually Twisty sacrificed a lot just to be with that person, and that person is who we suspect is somehow involved with leaking that audio that made its way on YouTube that caused Twisty to, basically get terminated from Nijisanji. That was the final nail in the coffin. The first leaks, the DM leaks, that made her suspended. Then that recording got her terminated.
was like in 2020.
I found the doc. There's 2 minors in that agency. Yeah, she was a ride and die with she and got backstabbed in the end. Yeah. And like, she did something similar with this other girl after. It strikes me as somebody who's like incredibly lonely maybe, and then she just like really sticks with one person, like she's really loyal to that one person. But those people are usually like not trustworthy, I guess. I don't know, or they end up like there always ends up being a falling out.
There were new agencies popping up all the time, whereas right now it's probably like less than 10 agencies really, and not a lot of them are looking to hire. So there were like a ton of agencies popping up, and we would just audition at everything together because we really wanted an agency that would take us both. That was like the goal. And we ended up with Aurora Live VR, which I think it's like a Bilibili based agency, and it was expanding into the EN market.
That rings a bell.
Don't quote me if I'm wrong. It was a few years ago, so I don't remember the intricate details of the company. I'm sorry, my mouth is so dry. I'm drinking. It's not really helping because it's pineapple juice. But in Aurora Life, that's when I met a girl. I'm gonna call her Valor because she doesn't really like me, and she still doesn't like me to this day. So I'd rather not super antagonize her. But she had also passed auditions, and I guess she was put into some sort of like staff role, kind of managing us.
Dude, I don't know why, but I keep hearing stories like this from VTubers. Why do they all have the same? Why is there always a crazy girl in every agency that like power trips because she's like a talent and a staff at the same time? Literally every time. Like you guys don't understand. There's so many VTubers that like reach out to tell me about what they've been through, and I've heard similar stories, all from different people, all from different agencies. How many traumatized people do we have in this scene, man?
She really did not like me. I feel that generally I'm pretty friendly when it comes to work-related things. you know, because, like, of course, I don't really want to have a bad relationship or any drama with people that I'm working with, right? Like,
Right, power
I still don't
corrupts. That's why I keep my mods like hooked up in the basement. Can't let them get too far, give them too much freedom, you know? They gotta know their place.
really know why she disliked me, but she just didn't like me. It was kind of like just various mean girl things. Like, she was constantly leaking our DMs just to, like, gossip about me, I guess. Like, it was super innocuous stuff, like just random DMs. It wasn't like talking about serious things, because we weren't friends, we didn't really talk. So it would just be like, hey, what do you think about this? Because she was kind of acting as our manager too. So I was like, hey, what do you think about this for my lore idea or something like that? So I just thought it was odd that she was like leaking those DMs to, like, gossip and make fun of me, I guess. And she would speak really poorly about me to management to try and get me fired, I guess. I'm not really sure. And just make up a ton of rumors about me to the other girls. And I remember one time I told her, like, hey, I really don't appreciate you leaking my DMs like this. And I asked her to call and talk about it, because, like, I had asked her multiple times in the past to, like, please stop leaking my DMs, right? Like, I, I just, I don't know. It's not like it mattered. I just felt like it was really weird, because it was kind of like the other girls would message me and be like, hey, you know, she's sending more DMs, like, kind of trying to make me look bad to the other girls, I guess. And I was just like, hey, like, this is really weird, and, like, just please don't leak my DMs, right? And so I asked her to call about it, and she agreed, and we ended up calling, and she decided to invite staff members, and she was there as well. So during the call, we didn't talk about leaking DMs at all, which, you know, that was the whole point of the call. Um, but, like, the entire time, she was kind of just berating me and saying my numbers are horrible and I'm talentless and I don't deserve this spot, and there's so many people who are better than me who
Fuck.
deserve this more, like, all of this stuff. And, you know, I raised my voice, not in, like, a screaming way, but, like, trying to talk over her, like, oh, I don't know, like I was kind of like talking like this, like, hey, why are you, like, you know, screaming at me, right? Like, kind of raising her voice to talk over, not in, like, a screaming way, because she was just ranting about how terrible I am in front of staff. And as soon as I did that, she just instantly started crying and asking for staff and she to help her, and saying that
The
this is
fuck?
proof of how mean and evil I am. And I was like I just left the call because I was like, what? Like, it was such an odd experience. Like, it just felt surreal. Like, I seriously, like, to me it was like, everybody hears what you're saying, right? Like, it should
No,
be.
why is everybody in small agency fucking insane? Like, all of these agencies are not real business, they're more like fucked up social experiments. True! Like, for real.
Pretty obvious what's going on. Like, I just felt like it was super obvious, right? And so when I messaged staff about her behavior, they kind of told me that I was the issue, even though they were present in that call where, like, it was super obvious who was inciting. And I I'm kind of unsure if it was because they didn't really speak
Performative
English,
temper
or
tantrum.
I don't know, like, maybe their English wasn't great, so she was, like, lying about what I
Why does
was
she think Twisty was evil? I don't know, maybe because she was casted for the villain role and they're all too much into their LARP.
saying or what. But I don't know. I ended up being like, okay, well, I'm just gonna leave then, because I hadn't signed a contract, and they were like, no, you can't leave. We're firing you. And I was like, okay, whatever, whatever. But after that, kind of in the process of all of that, I had auditioned to another agency with She, and they really quickly hired me. Like, I think I sent it at night, and I woke up in the morning, and I had an email that they wanted to interview me. Um, she had also passed the auditions, and so after my interviews, I was, like, really quickly hired. Like, they were like, we really, really want you, right? And so I had signed the contract and I was really pushing for them to hire both me and she as a sort of like Fuamoko style duo unit. Not one channel, but like kind of intertwined lore and designs and stuff. But
Okay.
unfortunately, I guess she didn't pass the auditions, but I was gonna hire her as the designer for my VTuber model. And around this time, a few girls from Aurora Live VR, they wanted to make a Google Doc on Valor because I guess she had multiple accusations around not around her
Imagine
against
Ruru in a Fuamoko style unit. Bro, that'd be like the schizo voices in my head when they talk to each other. Like, but personified.
her for like harassment and tracing and a bunch of other like VTuber drama stuff, right? And she was just generally difficult to work with. So I
Yeah,
think they
Rima
thought
and
if
Rina.
they make a Google Doc, she might like get fired from her staff position. I guess that was the point because staff wasn't really kind of willing to hear it out privately. So I don't know. Maybe they wanted to push it in public. I'm not really sure because I wasn't really involved in it beyond like kind of hearing about it, and I ended up being the one who posted the Google Doc because I had the biggest reach out of any of the other girls. So another not great idea because Valor ended up sending this and some NDA conversations regarding my model design that she got from She to the agency I just signed with as a way to get back at me.
Oh my god.
Because I guess she thought that I was the one kind of rallying up these girls to like make the Google Doc or something. It's been so long.
Okay, so just to recap, that one crazy girl that she that she had beef with at the second agency, she had a Google Doc dropped on her and she like sabotage her application to this like third agency that she was like in the process of signing a contract with. If I'm getting everything right. Company 1, Mystery Live Groomer CEO cast her as the villain. I like that she called it Groomer CEO. Company 2, Aurora Live VR harassed by the manager and post the Google Doc the others put together. Yeah, the girl manager. Company 3, unnamed fire before debut. And we believe that it's that crazy previous manager girl sending that using info that she got from Shinoa. Shinoa being a leaky faucet.
I don't remember the whole situation, but she kind of saw me as the main aggressor in the situation. And for the messages, like, I'm not sure if they were actually sent by She to Valor or if she claims that Valor had hacked her account and that's how she got the messages, but I I'm not sure. And
See, I don't trust that she know a girl, man. She claimed, I saw bits of this already, and like she claims that she got hacked by the former account manager, and like throughout all the leaks, that girl is always innocent, but whenever that she know a girl is involved with anything, there's leaks that are happening. It's her for sure, no? Listen, I think she know is lying. I just can't prove it yet. That one crazy girl is a notorious method of board control. Pick that one and give her power, then you just control that one person. Plus all the hate is focused on that person instead of higher ups. It's called a board. Oh, you mean by like companies? They do that?
I don't think I'll ever be sure. But for the agency, that was like one strike for me, I guess. And then after that, Valor had sent the info that I was an ex-member of Mysteria Live, which had a lot of kind of big drama. But she sent that to the agency, and they ended up firing me over it because they didn't want any drama.
True. We're connecting the dots. We forgot about that. Remember when Twisty was beefing with that girl from Noah Talent? I think that's the girl, the crazy manager girl from Company 2. Am I wrong?
For their first gen. And
yeah.
After this, she and I kind of stopped trying to be duo VTubers because she was really busy with school stuff, I think. So it was kind of difficult for her to stream. which is when I ended up starting to make roleplay audios as Delulu. So, as Delulu, I had auditioned to we'll say Wendy's, because I think that's what one of my friends calls it. I think it's Wendy's, but I auditioned to Wendy's sometime.
I heard fucking One Piece at first. Okay, Wendy's. So that's the Nijisanji segment. Oh, Wendy's, like the restaurant, like Surges is a Wendy's. Got it. Yeah, she auditioned to Wendy's. Good.
During the summer, I think, and by November, I had been accepted. Throughout all of my interviews, I was so open about being a lolicon. I remember being asked if I wanted to play a lolly character, and I was like, yeah, absolutely. Like that's the goal.
Yeah, so that's something that she said pretty often. It's not the first time I hear her say that, but like, look, she loves lollies. She loves lolly characters. Before going into Nijisanji, she specifically said, okay, but I'm only doing this if I get a lolly model, which was her explanation for her rant that got leaked about her model not being like lolly enough and being too long-legged and so on.
The entire time, I was really open about, like wanting a lolly model, and I was told that I could get a child model redesign, etc., and it's no issue. Even when I was in Japan at like the staff headquarters and we met the entire design team, they were all saying like, oh, be a lolly, right? Like really supporting it, and I was like, oh, like this is perfect, right? Like this is exactly what I want. And after I had like actually been hired, I kind of kept following up about this, and I was kind of told to wait for my first outfit.
Well, no, her Nijisanji model is not a lolly though. It's like it's a petite woman. This, what she has right now, is like more of a lolly model. It has the proportions more of a lolly.
I kept kind of pushing about it, just because, not like pushing, but bringing it up and trying to get answers, just because I was told that for redesigns, you want it to like get started as soon as possible, basically. But when time came to prepare for my first outfit, when that time came, I was pretty much told that it's not possible, because for the Ian fan base, my model was already too young, and I don't know, I felt really taken aback by this, because like, of course it's something that, my fans and I want, and I guess I understand that when you're in an agency, like, you have to take a lot of things into account, but I don't know, these were fans of other members who, I don't know, these fans kind of took issue with me no matter what I did, right? So even though they would definitely complain if I got a lolly model, like, they're gonna complain about me anyways. Like, I don't know.
So I guess Niji fans are more anti-lolly. It's crazy because like in whole life there's a few lollies. I mean, Shion left, I suppose, Gura too, but there's Laplas, thank you. Of course, Laplas, my queen of darkness. Gigi's more like petite. Matsuri. Gigi's kind of lowly proportioned. I think she's just flat. She got really long legs.
The biggest example I can think is that I'm told my character is a bratty Ojo-sama. Like, her last name is Zako, and it's meant to be like some bratty lolly pun, which was told to me by the hiring team. So clearly, like, a character that's meant to be a lolly and appeal to fans who like that stuff, right? So I'm supposed to act super bratty and spoiled, and I don't know. I think, in my opinion, it was just something that didn't land with the current EN audience that the agency had, and maybe I'm just terrible at playing that role, but I just think the character itself wasn't something that really.
Who's the VTuber you're covering? It's former Nijisanji talent Twisty. Thanks for ruining some people I watch now. I won't be watching them again. Wait, who? Wait.
They worked with the fans they had.
Yeah, you gotta own it if you wear it.
I don't
exactly.
know, I would get like comments and complaints every single day about how annoying and spoiled I sounded. Like, if I ever saw a clip and I was in it, like, the fans of the other people in the clip would be like, she's so annoying. She's literally so spoiled. And I would always be like, that's the character. That's the point. Like, that's the point. I'm supposed to act spoiled. That's the point, right? But I don't know. Whatever. I digress, okay? But I guess to me, it felt like they had an idea for a character and it just didn't land, and they kind of backtracked on their promises because things didn't work out the way that they'd expected, at least from my perspective. And I don't know, of course, like, I'm not happy about this. Like,
Yeah, I don't
I
get it.
signed a
Like, her character is a Kuzugaki or like an Ojo bratty VTuber, and every time like she plays into that role, people get mad at her. But then people got mad at Kobo. Thank you. Kobo's also a lolly.
contract with certain promises in mind. I'd spent like, I can't even remember the exact figure, but around like 10,000 to 15,000, like, on everything for this character. Like, I spent hours making content and streaming, and my entire life revolved around this. So I don't. To some people, it seems stupid, but for me, it felt like a big deal. Like, I basically gave up everything for this, right? Like, I kind of killed any chance I have of being an indie because we kind of had to like get rid of everything. And I don't know. Something I saw brought up a lot is that I was lying when I said that the agency wanted us to be full-time streamers because other members have IRL jobs.
Wait, is Quinn Renoa talent that girl manager? And would she beat the one that could have access to the Shinoa leak? It's presumed that they are the person that is the person that she's talking about, yeah. Like, I can't confirm it 100%, but I've heard that from another source.
And I don't know. Like, the one thing I can say for certain is that ones with full-time jobs have different contracts, right? Like, if you have a full-time job that might stop
Okay.
you from, I don't know, flying out for 3D or doing an event or something, like, it would be something that you need to discuss in your contract prior, basically, right? And I mean, I'm sure most members have different contracts for different reasons, which is why the only one that I can speak on and the only one I have spoken on is mine, and like, my own experiences, right? Like, we meaning like my generation, we were expected to quit our jobs if we had them to focus on content creation full time.
What? But wait, why is her gen expected to quit their job to focus on content creation? Keep in mind that her gen was probably the least financially viable gen. But the other gens didn't have to do that. Let me rewind a bit.
And I mean, I'm sure most members have different contracts for different reasons, which is why the only one that I can speak on and the only one I have spoken on is mine, and like, my own experiences, right? Like, we meaning like my generation, we were expected to quit our jobs if we had them to focus on content creation full time. Maybe that's not the case for other generations, but like, that was the case for me, right? And even, I don't know, streaming elsewhere, either as a VTuber or an IRL streamer or whatever, even just like a voice streamer, is not allowed. So if I wanted to be a VTuber for this agency and on my side channel do, like, I don't know, song covers with my guitar or something, I can't do that. I wouldn't be allowed.
It's such a stricter contract than like Holo, because Holo, they get to do all of that. Like, they all have notable other like personalities and public figure stuff where they use their voices.
You're not allowed to do anything else. You can't be like an IRL idol, for example, or perform at cons or do voice acting for anime or fan dubs or anything. You can't be a musician. So if I want to go be Ariana Grande, I'm not allowed. I'm not allowed to like
Yeah, it was in the Frank Discord leaks that she was allowed to do nothing. She had no income while waiting for debut and while suspended. And that's the issue, is like she, I think she only streamed for like 2 months. Then bam, the leaks happened and she had like no income for months. She was just like stuck in limbo. And worst part is, prior to her debuting, she was also in limbo because her gen's debut was planned to happen during Selengate, so it was pushed back and pushed back and pushed back, and all that time they basically weren't working and they were just waiting with no income. Like, her gen got massively fucked. It was about 6 months Imagine spending half a year with no income.
Release music or sign a contract with a label, right? Anything involving my voice or image at all was banned. For us at least, we had to delete all of our social media, Vtuber and IRL.
Delete it?
And again, like, this is something that was told to me, so
Not
it
private?
could vary with others, and I don't know if it was something that was actually a suggestion and they kind of told it to us as like, you have to do this, because I just privated my account. Or
Okay,
not
thank
privated.
God.
I privated all the videos on my account, and I think I changed the title or like the name of the account to like inactive or something, and I deleted my Twitter and my Discord and all my other social media. So the only thing I kept was my YouTube account, and I just privated everything. And I guess they were fine with that because I never got any comments on it. But it was, I don't know, like, all of my videos I've ever made were on that channel. I didn't want to delete it, so, you know, I just privated everything. But I don't know. It was just like, everything was so stressful because I gave up my full-time income as a streamer. Well, not as a streamer, as like an ASMRist, right? To be in debt basically my entire time there, and the wages I was
What is the name of the VTubers? Manururu. Nekoko.
making, like, I couldn't even cover my rent, let alone food, or like, there was just no way that I could even put any money back into content creation. And it's like, I don't know.
Oh yeah, and wasn't she also massively in debt? So she was getting like $0 paychecks because you have to pay for your debut, and they subtract it from your subsequent paychecks too.
No money, and any money that I do make is going back into the company, paying.
Twisty debuted May 2024. Last stream before suspension was December, and then she only got to stream for the Den off anniversary. I remember that. That's in my video on Twisty, yeah. And her own birthday before being fired in June. You don't make a living with only streaming 2 times during half a year.
Them back the debt I owe them, which really upset me because the whole reason I was in debt in the first place, I set aside money for debut to cover my stuff, and they basically said, no, we'll cover it and you'll pay us back a little bit at a time through like your activities, right?
Oh, she's talking about it.
Which to me made sense at the time. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I think they pay for her model and she pays for everything else.
Our debut kept getting pushed back and pushed back and pushed back. So
and by the way, we know this is true because Sayu said the exact same thing when she released her own Google Doc.
Kept telling us, okay, prepare more stuff, you know, just be more prepared for debut, right? So we did more song covers together that we would like split evenly, and commissioned other things we might need, right? So it was just like a lot more money than I had expected to spend, and I ended up having to use the money I set aside for debut just to like pay my rent because we had to quit everything months before. We were told, like, I privated everything maybe in December, and we were told we would debut. Well, we were told we would debut December or January.
If you thought Yago debt was bad, now you see Rico debt. Yo, that's insane, man. I would never fucking... There should not be a contract where you cannot work before you start earning with that company. That's wild.
And things happened, and it got pushed back and back and back. And so I just, like, suddenly all of my savings are gone, and everything just feels so doomed. And I don't know. The entire time, it was like, I hate this part the most, because it feels so weird to talk about. It just makes me feel weird talking about it, but I guess that, like, the whole money situation, and, you know, like, the sexual harassment stuff, like, that was kind of why I was so depressed. Like, I felt like I had to stream because I had signed this contract and I needed money to survive. And then every time I tried to stream or make content, I would just cry and I just couldn't get anything done. Like, I remember I had this one stream, I don't remember what it was. It might have been like eating a bunch of corn dogs or something, but I went live and I put it on the starting screen and I was on the starting screen for like 10 minutes and I literally just couldn't stream because I was crying so hard and I just couldn't stop crying and I was like trying to stop crying so I could just stream because like I was
Aw.
hanging to stream and I just couldn't do it. And I don't know, that one specifically it really hurts because I was talking to another agency and they told me that I was too unprofessional because of that stream. Because I went live and was on my waiting screen and I ended up not streaming and I was like, well,
Oh
like, I
no,
know it's
dude.
not great, but I just like don't know what I was supposed to do in that.
She was trying to get into another agency, and their first impression of her was that stream where she just went live then ended stream. Jesus. I've started a few streams crying. I mean, not a lot. I think maybe 2. But I think it's I think if I worked for a corporation with those kinds of fans, I definitely wouldn't want to go live. With you guys, it's almost like, you know, we've got our little circle. It's not as daunting. There's not a bunch of strangers here. That's horrible. It's like disaster after disaster. I feel like I'm watching a drama movie where the main character just keeps getting into more like terrible things.
Situation. Like, do I get on stream and start crying? Like, I don't want to go on stream and seem super emotional and like bring the mood down, right? But I don't know what else to do, you know? I don't know. It was just like an unwinnable situation because, like, even voice packs, I felt so bad because I had scripts written for me, and there were scripts that I wrote myself too. And I like every time I tried to record, I just got way too emotional, and I just couldn't get anything done. And I don't know. I think it's because I'm. I cry over like stupid stuff. So just thinking about something like it just makes me way too emotional. Like I don't know. I don't know how to describe it because it feels so dumb thinking about it. Like, I should be able to, get work done, right? Even if things are not the best. Like, I should be able to just get this done and I just couldn't. And it really, honestly, I kind of like pissed myself off because it was like, what? Like, just stop crying. Like,
You show us too much, Rima. Yes, you don't like when I share the mold photos with you guys? No, honestly, I'm pretty private. I don't really share that much with you guys when it comes to personal stuff. I like to keep my private life, my work life separately, but I talk about stuff that are like, that don't matter because otherwise what the fuck are we going to talk about? We see each other every day. It's like when you see the same friend every day. At what point you run out of things to say? But the point of streaming is yapping.
it feels so mean to say that to yourself, but like, it just feels dramatic of
Oh,
me.
I threw away some mold like yesterday, but you guys have seen that one. And okay, there was a cheese yesterday that I was like, should I show them this? And then I was like, I don't feel like it, so I just threw it away. But that one was something. That one was something. I almost ate it too because it was like dark, like I was eating in the dark. And then I was like, there seems to be a weird glistening texture on that cheese. It was a boursin. It was like a cheese with cranberries in it too. So it would have been disgusting. Thankfully I caught it.
To be getting so upset, I guess, over something that I can't fix. Like, there's nothing I can do, so just get over it, right? I don't know. That's just kind of like the mindset I had, I guess. But I don't know. I guess moving on to kind of related a little bit, but I know a lot of people were saying that like I didn't stream so that I could punish my fans, which I don't know. I
Oh,
feel like if you watched me back then or even clicked on my channel, like you would know it's just not true. I was so active incredibly freaking active for the majority of my time there. I would stream such long hours, multiple times per day. All I could think about was streaming. Like, I just wanted to spend time with my fans. And I don't know, I would, anytime I'm not streaming, I was like, oh, I could stream this. Like, I really didn't do anything off stream because it's not like I was doing a lot of projects because I couldn't really afford to. So I felt like the only thing that I could do was stream. And if I wasn't streaming, I was trying to make ASMR videos. So it's just, I don't know, I feel like my entire time there, everything I did was just seen as not enough. Like, no matter what I did, it was just,
So, isn't she like Loki confirming that she was self-suspended as we suspected?
not putting enough effort in, you're not trying hard enough, right? Like, it's never, you don't do enough. And I guess that probably contributes to like why I stream so much. I feel like if I'm not streaming, like for me it's either I'm streaming a lot or I try to just forget about streaming if I'm on break, I guess, which is why it'll be like months without a stream or streaming daily. Because it's like if I'm streaming and I'm not streaming every day, I feel pathetic. Like, I don't know, I feel like if I'm not streaming every day, like I'm a streamer, that's what I'm supposed to do. Like I'm letting you down and it makes me depressed. So if I miss a day of streaming, I'm like, I can't face you. I don't want to go live again. And then a few months later, I'm like, "Ugh, I really miss streaming. I wish I could stream right now." And I try and get back into it, and it it's so stupid. It's so dumb. I'm sorry. I don't know why I'm like this, but sorry I got off topic again. But with the like not streaming thing, I'm pretty sure it was me referring to like for a few weeks I was doing mainly collabs and not a lot of solo streams. I think I did one solo stream and then the rest of the week would be collabs. And a lot of people who were like, these people were explicitly not my fans. It was more so fans of the company and fans of other members.
Of other
and they would complain
livers.
about it. And even when I did stream, they would complain about it. Like if I did a solo stream, like there would always be aunties who would clip or vent on Twitter
Why?
about like how terrible I am, and I don't know, that compounded with me.
Why did they already hate her there? Is it really just because of the like bratty bitch she played? I guess, I mean, honestly, their fans are like super snowflakes. They have like all of the characteristics of, online standums and online fandoms nowadays, where they're like particularly vicious, kind of like those, kind of like K-pop fans are. Oh, and because she was an open lolicon, true, this was post-Selengate Niji fanbase too, so. I mean, not that the pre-Selengate was much better, from the way they went after Nina. I mean, they're super mean girls. But they all have like these made-up set of rules that they gotta abide with, and they love to police each other. And they're very particular on the whole lolly thing sometimes. They're like the kind of people that would correlate that with, or not even correlate that, they would straight up just say that it's probably like pedophilia. Yeah, the crazy fans were there before, but after Selengate, that was all that was left. Kind of sad.
Dying of money loss and management kind of just leaving me on my own to deal with all of the harassment. It just felt like really difficult. Everything just felt really difficult, and I didn't really know what to do.
Sounds like a really fun group of people. I get invited to tons of parties, right? Whenever I see somebody like really annoying online, that's my first thought. I'm like, well, you must be a blast at parties. I'm sure people want to be around you.
I don't know. I'm alive, don't worry. But I guess also like regarding the leaked conversations, like the original leaked convos, I feel like the general consensus around them is that I was the one who like orchestrated everything, which is like not true. Like I've seen that said nonstop, and I feel like I've said multiple times like I had nothing to do with it, and people still say that I was the one who wanted the videos made, and I wanted these conversations leaked, and I worked with Frank to like leak them, and it's like, no, I really did not want any of these conversations leaked. Like, of the original text leaks, the biggest part of it, I think, one of the biggest parts, one of the biggest parts of it was that I'm biracial, and it's like, I don't know, this is something I never really talked about publicly before, because like, it's just not a large part of my identity. Like, I'm sure that I don't take this the wrong way, but you know, my mom is white. I grew up in a predominantly white area, and my father and his side
Monka as the sentence that start, don't take this the wrong way.
of the family were gone. Like, I've never met them. They were never a part of my life, right? And since those messages were leaked, I have seen so many people call me either like a self-hating racist or
The fuck?
accuse me of hiding behind a white model, and it's like that stuff in particular is kind of painful. Even like, I can't remember it word for word, but one of the complaints is that like I hate black people, and it's like, I feel like I need to clarify it very plainly, right? Like, I do not hate black people.
Because in those screenshots, I think there was a line where she says something about her father being black, and that she says something as like, oh, they're all the same, like something stereotyped. I don't exactly remember what it was exactly. Most people that covered it removed those parts from the leaked DMs because these are personal information, and they are identifying information that can lead to doxing, which is also why most like VTubers don't talk about their ethnicities. It's also part of having good OPSEC.
Okay. Like, the things in the text leaks were, it was just me talking about my family and my own experiences. Like, my dad wasn't involved in my life at all. Pretty much everything I knew about him, it came from like negative experiences, like him not paying child support, or you know, showing up to court hearings, or asking my brother for
Not showing up to court hearings.
drugs. Like, these are the only things I know about him, and everything else was like, I don't know. There are tons of, I guess, difficult situations with my half siblings and my father's side of the family, and
Asking her brother for drugs is crazy. Her father asking her brother for drugs. That's so sad.
I don't know. These kinds of things kind of shape how you feel about your family, right? It's kind of hurtful that I'm speaking personally about my own life, and people think I'm making statements on like black people as a whole, and I guess I don't know. I understand that things I said may seem insensitive, and it's not like I'm the best at writing and phrasing things, like especially in private conversations. I guess I can look back at stuff I've said and think, okay, yeah, I could have expressed that better, but I don't know. I just feel like it's not really fair to take someone's private conversation about their own life, remove all of the context, and kind of turn it into a statement about what I supposedly believe about an entire race. Like, to me, there's a difference between talking about my own personal relationships and saying, like, I hate all black people. Like, those aren't the same statement at all. You know what I mean? And I guess this is kind of why.
I mean, TBH, if she really did hate them, she could have an audience for it at this point. She could have hundreds of dollars thrown at her. Like, if she did hate them, she would pivot all the way into that, but she chose not to. So it makes me think that she probably doesn't believe it and that she spoke in anger. Sadly, you are right. Yeah, I know.
It's kind of, I don't know, it's been really difficult because it was conversations that I never intended to have publicly in the first place. Like, these were one-on-one conversations where we were talking about our family, and like, it's just stuff that you don't, I don't know. And I'm sure this will be taken out of context. But like it's kind of a really weird space to be in for me where I don't know, I'm 25% black. That's not very black. I have light skin and light eyes, and I don't know, at most maybe I look like Latina or something. I don't know. I just feel like it's probably something other mixed people can understand. Like, black people kind of see you as white, and white people see you as black, right? So you kind of end up being neither, because both sides are like you're not one of us. I guess it's probably not as big of a thing nowadays, but I get so many DMs that are telling me how terrible I am for having a white model and that I should embrace my skin color. And it's from like other VTubers too, and it's just so weird to me because if I say, well, actually, like my skin is white, it's like, no, you're black. That can't be true. And it's like, what? What? Like, if.
Oh my
It's just
god.
so like weird.
Just ignore those people.
It's so weird to me. It's so weird, and I don't. It's not. This isn't something that like keeps me up at night. It makes me super sad, but it just feels weird to
Yeah.
have people telling
When the anti-racists are more racist than the actual racists. It goes for full circle, like it's a loop.
you like who you are and what you should do when they like don't know anything about you. Like it just feels so weird to me. And I don't know. I don't know how to describe it. And I guess also since we're talking about the text leaks, with the false stuff, like I never gave him permission to make a video or asked him to make a video about it. Like the original leaker, Frank, went behind my back and emailed every single drama tuber with screenshots of our DMs.
Jeez.
I guess he did this because he was upset because we got in a fight over him wanting to play games for like weeks, and I was like, I'm sorry, like I'm really busy, right? Like I just don't have the time. And finally we get a 5-man for league on a day where I have some time, and he has like the worst attitude the entire time, saying he doesn't want to be here and insulting me. And I'm like, you literally have been asking me to play. Like, I can get the DMs. Like, you were literally begging me to play, and he started freaking out and saying, like, do not share my DMs. And I genuinely thought he wasn't serious because it just seemed so ridiculous to me at the time. And he was just lashing out at me over this. Like, I was genuinely shocked, and I realized he was serious because he left the call and he blocked me everywhere. And I think a few days later, he messaged me on Steam and he asked me to add him back. And I was like, bro, like,
oh,
I'm
brother.
sorry, you were just like so mean to me. Like, I really don't think I can be friends with you anymore.
League players, am I right?
After this, he started spending tens of thousands of dollars on like bits and gifted subs on Twitch. And when you're spending that much money, like, I'm kind of panicking. Like, I really thought he was gonna like hurt himself.
You think it's gonna be a chargeback? Oh, hurt himself. Wait.
And you're panicking. Like, I really.
Did she tell False not to publish? Yes, she did. She did. But, yeah, she says that she didn't give him permission, but False didn't get his information from her. He got it from another source. He just confirmed some stuff with her, I think.
He thought he was gonna like hurt himself or something, right? Because I don't know, when someone's spending like, to me, what would be like your life savings, like that makes me.
It was yeah, it was also leaked on 4chan before, I think. Yeah. And yes, you're right. Salvi, the squirrel VTuber, had also, he actually was, False wasn't the one to break the story. False was the one who got the popular video on the story. Salvi was the one who went ahead and published the story. So I think the reasoning behind False going ahead with it was that, you know, like, it's already out there anyway. Somebody else might do a worse job, you know, censoring it, confirming information. Like, False sat on it for a long time to try to confirm whether these screenshots were true. He didn't rush to release it. He released it once he got the confirmations. Yeah. But it's like it's already out there. It's kind of like, you know, VTubers. It's like a thing in the VTuber community where a lot of the stuff are being discussed almost everywhere with a lot of visibility on forums, on Twitter, etc. But a lot of the time, if you make a YouTube video about it, you're like crossing some kind of like imaginary line into this is not allowed. But technically, if the information is out there, it's like a give and take, because if you are a fair person and you cover something that's already out there, you might cover it better than letting like some narrative fester on 4chan or something.
I feel like worried, right? So I added him back to check on him, I guess, and this is when he told me that he emailed false. And I freaked out and I ended up messaging false about it, and I told him like I really do not want this stuff public at all.
Mm.
And he was like, well, you know, I'm gonna have to make a video about the Starboy stuff. And we had a call, and I don't know, to be honest, it felt like the entire time was kind of just him pressuring me to try and get more information. Like, he very clearly wasn't willing to drop the video, so I was trying to like cooperate so that he wouldn't leak any of the personal DMs, because it had stuff like false had all of the DMs basically. I think some of them were leaked onto like 4chan, Reddit and stuff, but false had every single DM, not just the cropped ones. So it was like stuff about like where I lived, because this fan had kind of pinpointed where I lived based on my accent or something, which is crazy to me. Like, that didn't really make sense to me because I don't think I have an accent, but like he knew like where I lived. So I was like, okay, like, you know, I really don't want you to leak this stuff, right?
And that was sent to false ID too? Like those, why did the leaker send these DMs to false too?
He agreed at the time, but I guess since they ended up getting posted on 4chan and stuff, he ended up doing it anyway. And even before he made the video,
yeah,
I guess when he was working on it, like after I talked to him, I made staff aware of the fact that like a video was going to be posted on the situation, and our reputation is already bad enough. So, you know, we were kind of urging them to come up with a plan on how we'd handle this and what to do, right? And they did nothing until the video was actually like released, despite having like I think 2 months of notice, right? And us trying to say like I don't know,
she's spoken about this, or somebody's spoken about this. I believe she made a stream after she graduated from Niji where she kind of like went back on what happened behind the scenes a little bit and spoke about it more. And she mentioned that she was like, yo, we're getting like destroyed by these drama tubers. Can you guys do something about it? Can we respond? And they didn't let her. I don't know if it was her or other livers. Like, I don't know if I'm mixing up two things.
Something, right? And the only time they kind of stepped in to comment on it is after the video was posted. I was told to go on a hiatus, and you know, I begged staff, a lot of other members begged staff to kind of handle it differently. Since
maybe, I don't know. Does any people in chat remember what I'm talking about? I'm doing the very vague thing where I explain something very vaguely, and yeah, the feel when VTuber drama requires a minimum of a 2 years backstory. No, for real. Like only if you're OG and you know all the lore from all these little details, and you connect all of these dots from the 7 different stories and dramas, then you can understand what she's talking about. Like, But it's us. It's us. Like, if there's some people that can do it, it's us. So also it makes sense then. I remember her having a tweet, making a tweet about like how drama tubers will like get you into a call and hound you. I suppose she was referring to that incident then.
We thought that putting me on hiatus would kind of just implicate everyone and make things worse, right? But they weren't really willing to change their minds. So I don't know. Over the course of my hiatus, I kept asking, you know, if I could return, for like my birthday, and originally it was gonna be no, but my manager really kind of pleaded with higher ups, and I was allowed to stream for my birthday. And for like anniversaries and stuff, like I remember, I think it was like
Yeah,
the day
that
before.
was the twisty hiatus. So that was the first hiatus after her DMs got leaked and her chat logs were leaked. She was also like typing on her PL and stuff. And as you guys know, as she explained earlier, she was not allowed to have a PL. So already that was a breach.
We were begging for permission for me to be allowed to stream for our first anniversary. Because like, of course it's gonna look really suspicious if I'm, you know, not at these events, right?
Yeah, so this is the explicit confirmation of the stealth suspension.
And I agreed, but it was only for one stream. So that's when we decided to debut my new outfit, since we were only allowed to do one stream. So we kind of had to put them into one, otherwise the outfit wouldn't have been able to be debuted. And originally, I guess to start off with,
Kid Sila, thank you so much for the membership. Thank you.
Originally, we had matching outfits as a wave, and we wanted to debut them together or do something special for it. And
oh, here we go.
So a few months later, I was on call. Sorry, not a few months later. I don't know how long later. I'm sorry. At some point, I was on call with some other members. When I had gotten my new outfit delivered, and I was like, oh my gosh, I got my new outfit delivered, and they had asked to see it, so I posted it in the voice text channel in the Discord server where only members were allowed, like not even staff members were here. 5 minutes later, a friend had sent me a DM that it had been leaked on 4chan, and I was still on VC at this point, I think. And
did you guys get that? She says she was in a call. Wait, let's rewind. She posted her outfit in a text channel and in a Discord server with only other Niji members in that server, not even staff. And 5 minutes later, it was leaked. It's highly believed it was Reimu.
Members were allowed, like not even staff members were here. 5 minutes later, a friend had sent me a DM that it had been leaked on 4chan, and I was still on VC at this point, I think. And I don't know. I feel like for me, I feel like I've taken a lot of the blame for this, and honestly, it kind of hurts because like even other members blamed me, and
people thought that she leaked her own model. I think I showed some screenshots in my video on the Ike drama where like, you know, 4chan was like, haha, hi Twisty, like Twisty trying to get revenge on Nijisanji for being self-suspended. Like, everybody thought at the time that she did this in retaliation for how they were treating her.
It just feels really bad to me because they knew that there was a member there who had been leaking stuff, leaking information, DMs, everything onto 4chan in that server, and they never told any of us about it. Like,
what?
We were kind of not warned about anything, about any of the issues, about any of the leakers. So like how
so it had happened before? She's never named Reimu, but she's a vague tweeted. She's tweeted about it. Like, she tweeted after the Google drops were dropped between Barry Loaf and Mary FD, something along the line of it feels nice when bad people like get what they deserve, and then later on tweeted something about her outfit, about a coworker leaking an outfit. Well, she wasn't really vague posting because it was like very obvious who she was talking about.
Were there who had been leaking stuff, leaking information, DMs, everything onto 4chan in that server, and they never told
I mean, Barry Loaf claims also that Mary FD was leaking stuff, but also we have Ike saying that he got doxxed, so is it that same leaker? I don't know.
any of us about it. Like, we were kind of not warned about anything, about any of the issues, about any of the leakers. So like how would we know, right? You know what I mean? Like, how am I supposed to
Jeez.
know that I can't trust the people that I'm working with? And for me, it's like there's another member of the agency actively trying to make me look bad and make my situation even worse than it already is. And
Dude, this is some kind of crazy, like, backstabbing shit, though, plot. What is this? I feel like we're in a TV show.
the other members were like, well, you shouldn't have posted it in Discord. And I'm just like, I just don't understand how even our talent only Discord with not even staff members is not safe. Like, I don't know, because this is the one thing that I had been looking forward to after not being allowed to stream or do anything for months and months and months. And then it just feels like someone I trusted decided to leak it for no other reason than trying to hurt me. And it works out, right? Because I'm still getting the blame for it. Like, oh, I must have leaked it to someone else, right? It just feels weird because
Yeah, but if Nijisanji knew that there was already a leaker, shouldn't they assume it was the leaker? And also, I would like to remind you how Remu suddenly graduated. That seemed very much like she got stealth terminated. Yes, when was that again? Like, in the timeline.
I never had any bad relationships with other members there, so it just felt so out of left field. Like, why would somebody just leak it for no reason other than to be mean? It just doesn't make sense to me. And I don't know, to this day I'm still the only one who gets blamed for this. Like, if I ever try to tell my side, it's that I'm lying, and surely I leaked it to my super secret groom court, right? But it's like, if
Did she say groom cord? Yeah, because it was speculated that she had like a Discord server with her like biggest pay pigs or something. So people called it the groom cord because like there's this a stereotype that like VTubers get groomed by like some moderators or some guys in chat. I don't know. Parrot and Nuzagi told me about it.
why was nothing else like agency related ever leaked, right? Surely there'd be like some DMs or something from all of this, right? Like, of, I don't know, other members' new outfits, or like if I'm an active leaker, wouldn't I be leaking more than just my new outfit in a way that can only harm me? You know what I mean? Like, wouldn't I be leaking everything ever? It just doesn't make sense to me, and I don't know. It just feels like
Finana had what?
it's just it really just feels like
Okay, one, Rainbow and Uki mutually unfollowed, meaning one likely blocked the other, which caused a mutual unfollow. Rainbow also unfollowed Vox, although not the reverse. And three, well, we know why now. Ike blocked all of Ethereal late 2024, nobody knows why, then he goes dead silent for a month, almost certainly suspended, and leaves the corp overnight while deleting everything. No graduation stream. I mean, maybe... I feel like for Ike, I would believe that he just didn't want to stream anymore because he wanted to leave. For Twisty Fingers, Reimu as the leaker, and 5, she's dropped from the NBA collab that other graduated members are part of.
unwinnable because I'm the one who gets wronged. Something that not only me, like everybody, me and my entire wave were looking forward to, and it gets ruined for all of us. It gets ruined for all of us, and staff knows about this. They know who the leaker is, and they won't do anything. they literally won't do anything. I just don't understand.
Yeah, that actually, that is Nijisanji's modus operandi. We just won't do anything. Won't do anything even if it's egregious.
Like, it doesn't make sense to me. Like, I seriously just don't get it. And I guess, I don't know, talking about like leaks, which is half of this. I'm not really gonna talk on the video leaks that much because I feel like I've already made multiple statements on it. But I guess I'll mention a few things that I see talked about often, or things that I never really addressed, or that I addressed and people kind of ignored and continued to say. Like, I don't know, for example, people say that I hated my artist and I hated my model and I thought it was ugly and cheap, and like, this was never the case. Like, I'm not blind. I have eyes, okay? Like, it literally the best model I've ever seen, right? I loved my model. I loved my design, and I was just disappointed that I wasn't allowed to have a lolly model, since that was a big part of the reason that I signed the contract initially. And I don't know, it's just like, I know how hard artists work on these things, and I would never disrespect someone who worked so hard on the original model and the new outfit. Like, everything I asked for, my mama did for me,
Thank
right?
you for the press F.
Like, it's not her fault that,
shady.
you know, the agency doesn't want me to have a lolly model. Like, I'm not gonna blame the model for it, you know what I mean? Like, I don't see it like that, I guess. It's like,
Just sucks that
for
this
me, the
model
main
was sunsetted because I love the twisty model was really good. It was eye-catching.
issue is like just the agency. Like, I was venting about how they would lowball
Yes, Rima was spotted having VT in her quick bar and another like archive website.
artists with how much, like, they didn't really want to pay artists properly, right? And they refused to work with outside live 2D riggers just because they don't want to spend the money to invest on talents. So
Oh yeah,
it's like,
Warusu.
I don't know. I don't think I'm the only one saying this. I think that my model, the rigging was nice, but there are a ton of models where the rigging is just not great, right? So it's like, even if you have the most beautiful art, it's just instantly diminished by the quality of the rigging because
Yeah.
they don't want to hire people and they don't want to spend money.
Yeah.
And
The
I feel
riggings
like,
are scuffed in corpos. Yeah.
I feel like that's a valid complaint. You know what I mean? If you're signing onto one of the biggest agencies in the world, the main point there would be that they have resources and they have these connections, and they have the connections, they just won't use them for you, which is kind of sad, right? Like, it just feels sad. I don't know. Even all of this, right? Like, it's something that I just wouldn't say on stream, even if I do wish I had a lolly model, right? And I would never be like, even kind of implying this stuff because I don't want to make the artist feel disrespected, and I know that people watching me wouldn't have the proper context of like the full conversation. It's not even a conversation that I can really have, I guess. I'm sorry I'm talking so fast, but it's just something that really upsets me because it's like,
Ah.
how could you not love the model when it's like perfect, right? Like, obviously I like the model. I can't think of a single person who wouldn't, you know what I mean?
But honestly, I think the rigging on this model that she has right now is probably better than her Niji model. And this rigging is really good. Like, the mouth movement is like on point. It's better than my mouth
I'll
movement.
move on because it makes me too heated. But another thing is like, so many people.
Yeah, the only thing that Niji pays for is the model, probably. I don't know if they get a budget stipend to spend every month. I have no clue about the details, but I know that they pay for the model. So it does make sense that they try to cheap out on that by lowballing artists. Yeah. I also once like worked with an artist and they were like, I work for a corpo as a freelancer, so because of that, I'm not allowed to draw like not safe for work for other people. And I was like, that's so weird. That sounds like a contract Nietzsche would give.
People are like saying that I'm homophobic because I don't like yaoi and transphobic. Well, I think they call me homophobic and transphobic.
True, she doesn't like yaoi. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Come on. Come on. How That is transphobic, actually, and racist, and ableist, and find me some other keywords.
They don't have a reason. They just
It's
assume
genocide.
that I am. When the reason behind it is people started calling me homophobic because I
Stop
said that I don't.
spamming based in chat. She is not based for disliking yaoi. Yes, and sexist, and classist, and a communist, and everything. All the ist, okay? All the ist. She's all of them.
Like yaoi, and transphobic because I said that I don't think people who make political statements are fit for corporate environments, which like I
True.
stand by that. I don't think it makes
True.
me transphobic. I'm not saying that an agency shouldn't hire you if you're trans or gay or something. Like, but I think that if you are, at least in the context of the girl I'm talking to, like you're openly political, I don't think that you should be in an agency. I just like
Well, yeah,
and
that goes
of
without
course I was
saying.
kind of heated about this too because this is a girl that like caused a lot of issues for one of my friends in an agency and kind of like ruined her entire gen. So like I don't know,
Yeah, I think she's a Yuri lover, so I mean that's still gay. You know?
it's like I kind of felt even more justified in myself because she was crazy for other reasons, I guess.
Wait, who was she referring to when said people shouldn't be making political statement? Who was she referring to? Like, wasn't it a shot at somebody?
It's like I kind of felt even more justified in myself because she was crazy for other reasons, I guess. She was crazy for other reasons.
I thought that comment was made in okay, I don't know if she's talking about that tweet that she made or about the leak called, but I thought she was talking about Squirm Mimi. That was a text thing. That wasn't audio, was it?
So that added to it, but it's like
Do you guys remember like the whole Squirm Mimi saga with Globy? It was like it was during that timing.
none of those parts.
Dude, you actually need to know about 15 different dramas to understand this.
Made it into the video, so it doesn't matter. Like I can talk about all the rightful reasons for why I don't think she'd be hired, but like the only one that gets put into
Yeah, but Squirm Mimi never said anything political, no, so I don't really get it. Oh, consult a random? I don't know, oh, you're saying that as a joke, yeah. What do you mean cuckoo bananas?
the video is like the one that makes me seem the worst, right? But also the
Oh, maybe it
video
was
is, like, the one that
Yuki.
makes me seem the worst.
That'd be
right?
funny.
But also, it's so stupid because, like, I feel like me not liking fictional men kissing doesn't mean I hate gay people. I don't watch gay porn either, and it's not because I'm homophobic. Like, someone recently said, like, that my fans and I have been bullied.
Oh, cuckoo bananas. Squirmy used that as a defense for Brave not to sue her. I think she was still using the model way after she graduated. She gave no fucks. Yeah, she was using the model on stream, but even after that, she did.
Transgender people into hurting themselves, and I'm not sure if this is just like they truly believe this is what I'm doing, or if they're just making it up to like make stuff up. But it's either way, it's like insane. Like just to 100% clarify, like I'm not a political streamer. My fan base is not political. Like I can say with 100% certainty that they would never harass anyone, like let alone on my behalf or to that extreme, right? So whenever people like think this about me, I don't really understand where it comes from outside of the like one out of context video that was linked about me, because it's not something that I bring up ever. I guess I remember people complaining about, I remember there was one clip where I had said that I don't know, other members were talking about like being transgender on stream or something, which I I feel like you shouldn't be talking about it in the first place.
Oh,
but
yeah.
of course, me being me, I did throw my 2 cents in. I don't remember the conversation exactly, but it ended up with me saying, well, I don't think if you wear a skirt, you have to be transgender. Like, boys can wear skirts if they want. That doesn't mean that if
True.
you are transgender, that you should just wear a skirt and like be a femboy, right? Like that's not what I'm saying, but I guess that's how people took it as, that like trans people like shouldn't exist or something, which like it's not even remotely close to what I said. I just I don't get it. Like I just feel like you should be able to express yourself however you want, regardless of like how you identify, and I don't think that should be a controversial take. I feel like that should be something that like everybody agrees with. Like you should be able to dress and look however you want, regardless of anybody else or anything else, right? I don't understand. I just don't understand how that was something controversial. But I don't know. Even nowadays, like if anybody comes in, because I know some people, I still get, even though most of my DMs are telling me to end it, I still get a lot of DMs of people who think I'm like super based and stuff, and like they saw the leaked video and they think I'm like totally based and whatever. They have like these weird preconceived notions about me, and it's like I don't really want that kind of fan base. I know. I remember it being like this big thing where I told like
You should be able to express yourself however you want, except if you're a League player. Stop talking about League. You make me want to queue up a game.
people interested in drama, I'm not interested. I told woke people, I'm not interested. I told conservative people, I'm not interested. So who do I have left? And it's like, I don't know, normal people who don't care about like politics or like being based all the time. Like I just want to say stuff because I want to say it. I don't want to say it with like some ulterior motive to like pander to a cause, because I don't really have any causes that I care about, you know, except for like Palace Cat.
That's so nihilistic of her.
I'm sorry, I'm getting off topic.
I love that for her. Just like said in the most casual tone, because I don't really have anything I care about or a cause I care about. It's so refreshing, though. It's so refreshing in this day and age to hear somebody say that. We're always asked to care about this and that and so many things lately that it feels a little bit refreshing to hear that.
More serious note, there's an older clip that
Yeah,
I kind of want to.
the super secret groom cord that dropped casually as a joke. But this is her humor, though. It's like she speaks like that. It is funny because that's how her haters like described her Discord server. So good.
Wanted to address, because I've seen people say that I was mocking Solange's attempt, and to me, I feel like I can't believe I have to clarify this, but like obviously I would never make fun of someone for something like that. Like, I don't know, for me at least, it's not really a light topic when it comes to others. Like, I've tried to kill myself. I've cut myself so much that my arm is doomed, right? Like, it's something that I've experienced and I wouldn't want anyone else to experience. Like, I don't want to say that I take it extremely seriously, because to me, I try to make light of it so it's not as depressing, but I have enough personal experience that I wouldn't make.
Maybe we need to ask some mutuals to do some wellness checks from time to time when she goes like radio silent on her social media. I didn't know it was that bad. That's awful. She has infrequently mentioned cutting scars. It's not obvious from context if this is before or after Niji. That's so sad.
About somebody else, if that makes sense. But I don't know, it was a clip of me saying like I'm so depressed and I don't want to be here anymore, and people thought that I was mocking Solange, and I don't know, I feel like there's not really a way to defend it, because I do think it was in poor taste, and I should have had the foresight to understand how it would be perceived, with or without context, I guess. Because the only one who knows what I'm thinking is me. So it's like I can't blame people for thinking that, right? But I guess just to clarify, like, I don't know her. I've never spoken to her. I don't have any ill will against her. And I, like, even if I did, I wouldn't be making fun of her like doing something like that. But I guess the kind of the major point is that like I do think that me saying it at all was kind of an issue. Like I do feel really bad that I even said something that, I don't know, like maybe she could see that clip or something and feel bad. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to mock anybody and make them feel bad for my words. I don't want to make someone feel like, I guess that they're the subject of my
I
joke, I
don't
guess.
quite remember what she said or when that happened. I think it was when she was at Niji. Oh no, no, no. I remember. It's when she did that role play where she was like, I'm being bullied, guys. I'm being bullied. I'm Yeah, it was that. That's what she's referring to. I'm in a black company. She was like doing some kind of I don't know, role play. Yeah.
Um, I was gonna say I'm just an idiot, but it's not like just an idiot. Like I don't really want. There's nothing I can really say to excuse it because I'm just stupid. I'm stupid, and I said something that was stupid and shouldn't have been said. So it's like I don't. I don't know. All I can say is that like I regret it. I guess because there's no, regardless of my reasoning for saying it, like I should have understood how it would come out when I am a streamer in the agency that I'm in, if that makes sense. I don't know.
Yeah, but true, but also that role play was all true in retrospect because she did get bullied by the black company.
If that makes sense. But
yeah, I know, this model is really cute. I'm like really enjoying watching it. I was comparing it to my mouth rig. You know what my problem is? Is that my mouth doesn't open wide enough. This is the biggest I can open it. Her mouth goes small and then it goes big. So it makes it more expressive. It's so cute.
I hope that that makes sense. I'm sorry, I'm really bad at talking. But I guess continuing the depression, like, to be honest, everything in my life feels just ruined, honestly. Since all of this happened, I feel like I've just received constant non-stop harassment, just constant DMs and marshmallows and comments and attacks on my channel. People have tried to dox me. My family members were contacted. Like,
Aww.
do you know how hard it is to get a call from your mom asking if you're actually a pedophile because you're an anime girl online? Like,
what?
Stuff like this is just so crazy.
Can we pause for a second? That is crazy. Do you understand how hard it is to have your mom call to ask you if you're a PDF file? Because you're an anime girl online.
To me, like, seeing people talk about all the time that I'm lying about getting sexually harassed just because they dislike me, that I have to be lying, that all of this is fake and I'm just framing him for no reason. Like, why would I hurt myself like that? I just don't understand. And I'm sure that they don't have these intentions, but to me it feels like they're trying to ruin my life. Like, I'm not even allowed to stream or to make ASMR because my channel is constantly getting struck down because of the mass amount of false reports. I can't even.
With YouTube cracking down on ASMR channel, the false reports could very well tip it into like an actual strike. Classic internet always going too far. Yep.
I remember getting a DM a few months ago, and it was like a screenshot of a Discord server, and I guess it's like some secret circle or something, and they're kind of working together to like bot report my channel and try to get me banned.
Come
like,
on.
I don't know, I feel so stupid. Like, all these months I'm trying to stream and I keep getting striked instantly for no reason, no matter what I'm doing. And it's all it's all because people hate me. Like, I can't comprehend doing this sort of thing where you're targeting someone's livelihood.
Pathetic.
Just because you don't like them or they left an agency you're a fan of or whatever. It like feels like a different level of hurt, I guess. Like, I get it. I understand that I've done things wrong and I've hurt people, and I know there are so many things I could have handled better. I just, I don't know. I don't think it's fair of me to ask people to ignore these things, right? Like, if you don't like me, that's fine. I'm not trying to change your opinion, but it feels like at some point I'm just not even viewed as a human anymore. Like, to me, these were private conversations that were never meant to be public, and yet I've been dealing with the consequences of them for so long. Other people can do anything they want, but for some reason,
But yeah, like when things like that happen, the psychological like phenomenon behind it is that they actually don't view you as a human being. They have to like separate you from being a human being so they can bully you to your full extent. So in their head you're like you're not a person, you're not somebody's daughter, you're this evil monster. And that's why it's often attached with labels like PDF files and all of that, because that's like the most horrible thing you could do to somebody, right?
when it comes to me, it's just never ending. I just don't understand it. Maybe it's because, I don't know. I just maybe I just take it too hard. But it just feels terrible. Like, I don't know how else to describe it and say it other than it just feels terrible. And it's like everything I say is automatically a lie. If I say something without proof, it's lying, and if I provide proof, it's fake, or it's not enough, or it's out of context, or whatever other excuse, right? Because it's coming from me. It's coming from me, and everything I say must be a lie, right? Like, if I even try to explain things, I'm changing my story, or, like, digging the hole and just making myself look more Manhera and unstable. And if I don't, I'm just hiding things because I don't want to admit it. Even though I don't
Actually,
hide
her
things.
story hasn't changed though. Like it's been pretty consistent throughout. I mean, we predicted like what she was gonna say sometimes. She's been actually it's adding Detective Rima's on this case.
Because I'm like openly racist or whatever. Like, it just feels never ending, and like no matter what the situation, I just can't win. It's like there is no version of events where I'm considered a trustworthy source anymore. And like, I don't know, I know how that sounds, right? Because everyone's gonna go, oh, well, you did this to yourself, you've lied about things
No,
before.
actually, I believe her because the stuff that she said, she was too honest about them to her own detriment. She wasn't being opportunistic about it. Revealing that information didn't get her further ahead. It like she kind of like shot herself in the foot.
So why would anyone believe you? And to me, throughout this entire time, I don't think that I've ever once lied, right? Like, I feel like if anything, I'm far too honest for my own good. Like, but everybody says that I'm lying, and so that's kind of become the status quo. Like, that's just how things are, I guess. Like, once someone decides that I'm fundamentally dishonest, everything I say is just evidence against me for why I'm lying. Like, if I say I got sexually harassed, they go, that never happened. And if it did happen, well, I wouldn't believe it coming from you because you're not a trustworthy source. It's like they just constantly defame my character so that everything I say just seems crazy and Manhera and untrue. I have to be lying. I have to. There's no way that I could be telling the truth. It's not possible. To me, it feels like it's at the point where I could tell the truth about something that happened to me with proof, and people would still say it's fake. I don't think that making mistakes and saying insensitive things, or even having things in my past that I regret, means that everything I've ever said just automatically becomes a lie. I just feel like I'm constantly questioning myself. Like, I don't know, there's points where I'm just so ashamed and embarrassed over everything that happened because I'm an idiot and I'm so stupid and I did so many stupid things and I just wasn't even able to face a lot of the people who are closest to me, even ones that like I really cared about. And I don't know, I didn't even know how to talk to them or what to say or explain things without it feeling like I'm making excuses for myself, because at the end of the day, like, I did this, I'm an idiot. Even if I think that I was wronged in so many ways. I should have just not fucking talked to people, right? I should have just shut the fuck up and not said anything. Like, I feel like my biggest mistake is believing in people and thinking that we all have good intentions, because I don't know, that's how I feel, right? Like, I want to help people.
She has a terrible historical record of character judgment. Like, if Twisty recommends me somebody or references somebody for a job, just know that you should take the opposite advice. Like, I think that's her biggest problem, is that she's been putting her trust in like the wrong people and telling too much.
I don't want to hurt someone, and I feel like other people should feel the same, right? But they don't. And no matter how many times I get screwed over by this, I just never learn. I literally just never learn. And
yeah, she's also very Manhera.
It feels like, because I don't learn, I don't even want to attempt anymore. Like, I just feel so isolated because I lost all of my meaningful relationships over all of the course of this. And nowadays, I feel like even the way I interact with people is just different, right? Like, I'm so quick to cut people off because I feel like I can't trust anybody, and I don't want to talk to new people or try and make new friends because I feel like it's just gonna be like a repeat.
Yeah, she is nice. She even apologized to me for some of the comments that she made and stuff, so she didn't block me. Rima, what about advice? And she's friend with one of my good friends too, so she must have some good, she has some good qualities. She is charismatic. She's a charismatic person at the end of the day. Rima, what about advice from you? Do we take the opposite too? I have concerns about swimming in public pools. Well, actually, Reiko, just before this stream, I was at a pool and I didn't even pee in it. So, yeah, breaking news. Did she apologize for the yaoi comment? I'm still waiting for that written apology. Holy character development. Thank you, Chad. You guys are proud of me, huh?
Right? Like, everybody knows how I'm perceived, right? It's so easy to make things up about me and just have everybody take your side because, I'm evil and I'm a known liar, right? And I don't want to assume that everybody around me is going to betray me, but it's just so hard to think otherwise because, I don't know, even with Ikigai, like, it was my passion project.
I mean, isn't it like, look, I had to pull for myself too. I could have easily done it. Like, if you guys had a pool for yourself and nobody else was in it, wouldn't you pee in it? Like, isn't there a proverb like the world is your toilet or something? Doesn't it go like that?
I was seriously my baby. And it feels so difficult to get over the loss of it because, I don't know, it was something that I poured my heart into over such a long period of time. Just like, it's like I'm just so dumb. I'm just so stupid. Like,
oh, it's the world is your oyster. I got that part wrong. Shit. Remember, the world is not your toilet. True, that's some BDSM stuff.
Just like, it's like I'm just so dumb. I'm just so stupid. Like, I put so much money and time and effort, and it's just all gone, and it's just all meaningless. Like, everything was just a waste of time. And even in, this situation, right? Like, I'm somehow the one to blame, which really hurts. Like, I feel like I've talked about it at length, but there's still so many misconceptions, and nothing I can say is gonna matter. Nothing changes it. Nothing makes it better. Like, I don't know. Originally, Ikigai was a project I made for my friends to try and support them as Vtubers, because, I don't know, with the decline of corpos, I wanted somewhere that we could just be, and I would be able to support them, I guess. That was kind of the goal.
Okay. That's the part that I haven't followed closely yet. So I'm setting up for this part.
So it started out as just me and she, and we ended up bringing Hima on a few months after that. And I had so many.
She's still in there? The same one?
plans for like original music and covers and projects that we could do together as a group. Just because I don't know, I've never like had friends in real life. Like I was homeschooled for a lot of my life, and like
Yeah.
I've just never really had
See,
like
I could have I swear to God, I could have inferred that. Didn't I say she sounds like somebody that's very lonely? So when she finds somebody that she likes, it's like, oh, I gotta hold on to this person. Like I gotta do everything to please them, which I guess is why she's putting so much money into them. Like usually people overgive attention, but financial stuff is more rare. She's doing both though. She's overgiven in both facets. She does sound exceptionally easy to manipulate. Yes, not much socialization. Yeah, you just kind of want to reach across the screen and shake her and be like, no, don't do that.
any connections with people. So I just want friends, you know, like the reason I kept chasing agencies is because I wanted to experience things with people. I wanted to be in a gen and make friends and have people who have the same goals, right?
Oh, okay, yeah.
And I thought that we could do that with Ikigai, but I guess we all just kind of had different ideas of what we wanted, and so it just ended up not working out. And then we joined another group together as Ikigai because we were promised support, but I don't know, they just didn't have the capabilities to kind of do what they promised, so we ended up deciding to leave. And I don't know, even this I feel like I take the blame for, completely ignoring the public side of that. Despite every member of Ikigai wanting to leave the agency, it felt, not wanting to leave Ikigai but leave the other agency we were a part of, it felt like they were blaming me for the decision because it made us look bad when they were the ones who wanted to leave the most. And I was just trying to make a decision like for the betterment of our own group, right? Because no matter how much I try, it's so difficult to try and fund 3 people at once, right? I kind of went in over my head because it's not like I was taking a cut of their money or anything. Like I was just doing all of this, and you know, it's not that I expected a return, but at least like a return in the form of like they're having fun and they're enjoying doing this. You know what I mean? Like this is something that we're happy to do together because we're friends, right? And I felt like I was just
Oh, she's skipping a lot of stuff with Heartsink because she's already talked about it. She doesn't want to pick more fights with them. Wait, where was Heartsink in the timeline? It was after Niji? I'm a little bit confused with what she's saying. So she was in a group. They were supposed to join that agency, Ikigai. But then Ikigai didn't have the resources to do what they promised. So they decided to leave.
like I was just doing all of this, and
Wait, I didn't go back further enough.
I don't know. Even this I feel like I take the blame for, completely ignoring the public side of that. Despite every member
Oh, okay. This was after Niji. She started Ikigai with Shinoa, who was cut out before the start because of the audio leak. Okay, thank God.
of Ikigai wanting to leave the agency, it felt, not wanting to leave Ikigai but leave the other agency we were a part of, it felt like they were blaming me for the decision because it made us look bad when they were the ones who wanted to leave the most. And I was just trying to make a decision like for the betterment of our own group, right? Because
Oh, I see. So she's saying that the other girls wanted to leave that agency, but she kind of like made the final decision because I guess she was leading them, quote unquote. But then they blamed her for it. That's according to her. I don't have the other girls' stories.
no matter how much I try, it's so difficult to try and fund 3 people at once, right? I kind of went in over my head because it's not like I was taking a cut of their money or anything. Like I was
She funded 3 girls? Okay, so then Ikigai left Heartsink. Then Ikigai fell apart, so Ikigai was Ruru's own group and Heartsink was concurrent. Oh, I see, I see. Yeah, she was running the group.
just doing all of this, and you know, it's not that I expected a return, but at least
She is the fall guy for every org she's ever been in. You're right.
it's like a return in the form of like they're having fun and they're enjoying doing this. You know what I mean? Like this is something that we're happy to do together because we're friends, right? And I felt like I was just getting blamed constantly for everything. Like I just felt, maybe it's because I'm in Hera, but I really just felt like they just didn't like me. I felt like they were kind of in their own friend group, and I was on the outside trying to get in and, you know, be a part of it, right?
Wait, she did. You're right. She did upload a video with Twisty on the thumbnail, song by my Oshi Love Her 2 weeks ago. It's like a wink wink way to say that, you know, it's not me, it's my Oshi, but here's the song that she made. I guess it's a song that was never released.
And I tried to get things back together with planning and, you know, to try and approach things with like a more serious, I don't know, agency point of view, if that makes sense. But the other members were kind of just not really interested in participating in any of the things they agreed upon when they first joined. Like, I had all these instrumentals that I commissioned for previous projects that fell through with the other agency, and I was like, okay, we should use these. Let's do these covers together. I think it was 3 songs. I think it was an original song, one for Christmas and one for New Year's, and they had about a year to record for them. And it was like, no, I don't want to do that. Like we need to find a compromise because I don't want to do that, right? And I feel like giving you a year for 3 songs is the compromise in my mind, and maybe I sound mean for it, but like this is, I've been really open about what I want to do. Like I love music, and that's something I want to do, especially as a group, right? So that was like the one of the big things of why I want to do this with other girls. And
Oh, she commissioned all of it herself as Twisty back then? Yeah, I assumed so. I mean, she's talking about like so many things. I don't think it matters whether she posts something with the thumbnail on it. They're not gonna do anything at this point. They would have done something already if they did. Okay, where were we? She's talking about her group. They don't want to do the stuff. You need to put that stuff in writing, I suppose. Because now it's her word against theirs. Why didn't they want to record the songs? They didn't want to be like VTubers?
I'm told like, no, it's not happening. And we kept arguing about it, which is why I tried to bring on like an actual staff member to kind of act as a manager and, you know, help us work through our issues, I guess, like as a third party, impartial third party, right? But the other girls just weren't really willing to discuss it at all. And
Damn.
I don't know, I guess I know a lot of people are, okay, not a lot of people, some people are upset.
My impression, having watched Rima at the time, is that she liked to get the model and then tried to back out of stuff she didn't actually want to do. You need to... Well, man, okay, like, after this, can she just... I don't understand. If the other girls want to have a model, they can get their own fucking model. There's models for like $300 out there.
Because I gave Hima's model to another girl, and I guess on one hand I understand this, but I also just think it's unfair to me. I spent thousands.
Yeah, no, contracts don't fix that because, like, you wouldn't sue anyway. And especially hard to sue somebody, like, across border. But having it in writing, at least you can show that when you're doing a little expose video like this. And be like, see, they had agreed to do that, so I don't understand why. Or you show it to them while you're having the argument. This is what we agreed on. Check, check, check. These points, so you can't, like, it weights in your argument.
Of dollars for her to just not really want to actually be a part of Ikigai, and then kind of go behind me and make up a bunch of lies so that she could try and turn more people against me. And even for Koton, like, she runs off with his IP free of cost, and she still has no issue shitting on me alongside Hima. I feel like I went out of my way to try and do everything for them, and I don't want to say that they betrayed me, but it just feels kind of mean that like I worked so hard and they have no issue. Like Hima has no issue grifting as if she's done anything for the past 2 years, and I don't mean to sound like a bitch. I know I am, but I was the one who commissioned everything and tried to do everything and get everything together. And anytime I reach out for any input or help or anything, like they just don't want to help, which is fine. I know it's my agency, so I'm not agency but group. Like Ikigai is my group, so I don't want to put any of the workload onto other people, right? I don't want to force you to do anything.
Thank you, Abel.
And
How?
I'll try to handle things myself, but it just feels like a slap in the
Oh,
face.
Haruka was the other girl who was training Ikigai but never debuted. She got to keep the model. Oh, I know the other girl was tweeting about it too. But it does look bad that two of the girls dislike her or turned against her. There has to be like a failure in communication or failure in optics somewhere there for this to keep happening.
When all of the effort I put in and her doing nothing for over a year turns into she tried so hard and I was just so mean and terrible. And I just don't understand how it happens. Even like everything, it just feels so awful because it's like she tells me she doesn't want to do any of my ideas. She doesn't want to do a GFE corpo or stream on YouTube or not mail collab or whatever. All of this stuff, right? Because that, I don't know, those are the things I wanted to do with Ikigai. And then she goes indie and she's doing ear licking ASMR when she would constantly flame me for doing NSFW content. And I remember I got banned from YouTube for ear licking, or I got a strike for ear licking. And she was like, "Can you just like stop like doing NSFW stuff? Like it's kind of your fault. You're getting banned or whatever, right?" And then she does ear licking and kissing ASMR on YouTube after she's shitting on me for it. Like I just don't get it. It just feels like a slight against me. Especially when she's constantly making like offhanded remarks and was still bringing things up to try and cause more drama last time I checked. And it's just like, I feel like I've worked so hard for nothing. And despite all of my efforts to try and help others, I'm just always the problem. When like, no matter what I did, it wasn't fixable. It wasn't winnable. There was just nothing I could do. And after all the Ikigai stuff happened, I decided to go on a hiatus because, I don't know, things were just so difficult for me mentally. And with all the YouTube strikes, like, I just wanted to take a break and, you know, hopefully come back with a stronger mental and return to things properly, right? But during my time away, I ended up having to move because of safety issues. And I decided to move closer to my family, despite
from
not really having much contact.
From internet safety issues, probably. She was probably getting harassed or like doxed attempt. Yeah, she needs to find better friends and stop mixing friendship and business. True, that's a good advice. Or get IRL friends. That way when somebody fucks you over, you can put a face on them.
With them until very recently, and you know, now I kind of remember why I didn't have much contact with them. And like basically I had spent thousands and thousands of dollars on moving everything I owned across the country, but my family ended up stealing pretty much everything of value that I owned. And all of my microphones and my VR stuff, my peripherals, my monitors, everything.
Really?
Even my $400 Plus keyboard is gone. Like, you don't even know who the Plus is. I'm sorry, I don't know why that's like the important part to me, but...
Wait. Did her family stole it? Can her misfortune never end?
With them until very recently.
She moved closer to her family and they robbed her?
I moved because of safety issues, and I decided to move closer to my family.
Wait, she moved because of safety issues too, because she was getting harassed, I assume.
Despite not really having much contact with them until very recently, and you know, now I kind of remember why I didn't have much contact with them. And like basically I had spent thousands and thousands of dollars on moving everything I owned across the country, but my family ended up stealing pretty much everything of value that I owned. And all of my microphones and my VR stuff, my peripherals, my monitors, everything.
What?
Even my $400 Plus keyboard is gone. Like, you don't even know who the Plus is. I'm sorry, I don't know why that's like the important part to me, but like even my super expensive computer that I built less than a year ago was taken. And
even her PC?
I mean, thankfully I was able to get my computer back, but my brother had already wiped everything on it, and started using it and I wasn't able to get any of the data back. And I don't know, I just lost so many new videos and things that I was working on for a really long time. And I was just, I feel like it really crushed me mentally just because, like,
No wonder.
I don't know, I feel like I like actually lost everything. Like, I worked so hard.
Can
and
the police do anything?
it's just all gone in such a short period of time.
Yeah, the
And
portrait of character makes sense when her family's like that and all the background that she gave.
even with
Oh,
like moving in the apartment, like the new apartment, I just signed for. I didn't get to tour it first, and I had my mom go tour it. And she said it was fine, so I signed. And when I got there, it was just in completely unlivable condition.
what?
Everything was just awful, and like there would have been so much money I'd have to put in to get it into like a proper condition. So I was forced to break the lease and kind of eat my money on it, right? Because I just signed a year contract.
What?
I don't know, like I feel like this is just a bunch of stuff that I kind of wanted to get off my chest for a really long time. And there's a lot of stuff that I haven't talked about and I won't, because on one hand, I feel kind of upset because I know there are people who could like corroborate my claims, right? And you know, kind of say that I'm not lying, and they won't, right? Every girl that face the same sexual harassment could say something and they won't, because it's going to cost them their careers, and I don't blame them for that. It just feels like I feel like I try to do the right thing and I always end up suffering for it, I guess. Like, it's just hurtful. I just feel like hurt from it. I don't know how to describe it. I just feel hurt. I just
Well, yeah.
I really wish that about anything, about any of this, about like the outfit, about the leaks, anything, that somebody would like stand up and, you know, take my side, right? Like, if we're friends, like I would do that for you. And that's why I don't know. We're friends, right? Like that's the whole point of being friends, and I know it's their careers, which is why I say I don't blame them. But just because I don't like blame someone for not speaking up about it doesn't mean that it doesn't like hurt that they can see everything I do, and they know what really happened, and they just won't say it. Like, nothing will be said. And I know I keep saying it, but like I get it. I seriously get it. I just hate that like I fucked up so much to the point where there's just no coming back. Like, there's nothing I can do and there's nothing that I can say. And
Okay, this is just
no matter what
heartbreaking
I
at
do,
this
like it's
point.
gonna go on forever. Like, I can't even have my marshmallows open without getting told to kill myself every day. Like, even when I just want to spend time.
Yeah, she's an imperfect victim, so people are gonna be extra hard on her even when she's going through like really rough stuff. Bro, the stuff with her family is crazy.
With spirit mates, and you know,
This
just
is
hang
so
out.
sad.
It feels like negative things just happen, and they just keep happening and happening and happening, and I don't know what to do because everything, like nothing goes right. Like, whenever there's an up, it feels like it just always comes back down, right? Like, the happier I am, the worse it gets, and I just can't do it. Like, I just can't do it. And this is why I say, like, I don't even know if I want to stream anymore. Because is there, like, any point? Is there anything that I can do? Is there a point in working hard and trying to make things happen? Because I know it's just going to get worse and worse and worse. And I just feel like I can't. I feel like I can't take, like the sadness when that happens. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to feel that way again, right? So why look forward to anything or try to be positive or try to do better, because I know it's just gonna go poorly. Like, I know it's just over. There's just no point. Because everybody just not even me. Like, I don't want to say everybody's out to get me. Everybody's just out to get each other. Especially like in VTubing. It's like if there is anything that somebody can say about me to get a leg up, they will. They will. That like I just can't imagine
Depends who.
being friends with someone and throwing them under the bus or like saying things to hurt them. What is the point of being friends? I'm sorry, I'm just like scream venting now. I just feel stupid.
I mean, if people feel like insecure, people will do that, obviously. But if you're like somebody that's secure in your position, that has nothing to do with numbers, by the way. You could be a really big streamer and be super insecure. If you're somebody that's secure, that's like not that doesn't believe in all of that, then they won't. Like,
It's okay. I'm calm. Don't worry. Don't
yeah,
worry
no,
about
I
it.
don't know. Like, I feel like she's not the kind of girl that can be anything else than a streamer at this point. Like, I don't think she could have an IRL job. And YouTube is cracking down on ASMR. I don't know, man. Maybe she should make a fan box for ASMR or a Patreon, and then do something else.
But yeah, I don't know. It's stuff I think about all the time. I'm sorry, I'm trying not to cry. It's stuff that I think about like all the time, and I wish that I could go back in time and fix all of these mistakes or just learn how to be a less stupid person or something. And I just keep falling into the same traps because I'm just an idiot. And I wish it's like I wish I could change, but I don't know how to. And no matter how hard I try, I don't think it's possible. Because it's not like I want to be mean or seen as evil and a liar, but I don't know what else to do. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe she just needs to like release some videos and not live stream. Live stream is like more stressful, more mentally taxing. There's more like barriers between, if you just release YouTube videos, you don't really have to talk to anybody.
But hey, maybe I'll feel better saying things more explicitly, I guess, beyond just jokes and vague comments where I can't really get my head together on it. I guess honestly where I'm at is I just feel tired of everything. I keep trying to think of a way where I can confidently move forward, and it's something that I don't really think exists. It's not like I want to graduate, but I think about it all the time because I just don't think I can keep doing this. And I wish that I could just stream normally and do all these normal things that I know that I could, but I just don't think that I can handle all of the comments that come with it alongside everything else in my life. Like, I think, I don't know. Unless things improve, I'm probably just gonna end up graduating at the end of the year. I think.
I hope.
Like, I really don't know. Because
I think a concern at this point is that I hope she doesn't try to harm herself. Like, I mean, I believe her when she says this is one of her lowest points. Like, she put all of her money into that project. Those girls turned on her. Then she spent the remaining of her money to move near her family so she could be safer because she has no one else to turn to because she's getting too much harassment online. And then she gets all of her setup robbed from her family, making it so she can't work or stream more. And even if she did, she's got to start from scratch because her brother wiped her PC out. Like, what the fuck, dude?
I don't know what else to do. It's not like I want
And she's got depression on top of that.
to. Like, I wish we could do things, but I just feel like I'm at a loss, you know? I'm sorry. Let me end it on like
No, she's not a
nicer
minor.
note, because I know it's kind of not positive.
Her family stole her PC. She got it back, but by the time she got it back, they had already wiped her computer and started using it.
trying to make it positive because I don't want you to feel bad. I don't want you to feel bad for me, you know.
Yeah,
I
who
just
wouldn't
feel like
have
I have to
depression
say
after
it,
that?
right? Like it's on my mind all the time, and I feel like I have to say it, even though I know I shouldn't say it because it just makes me look stupid in Manhera, and I shouldn't mention these things. But I just can't help it. Like everybody else can talk about it, so why can't I? Right? That's like my thought process. But I know it's so dumb. It's so dumb to talk about it. Like I considered making a video and that would be stupid, and making a stream is stupid. All of it is stupid. I'm sorry. I just keep making bad decisions, and I know they're bad decisions, but it's okay. It's okay. Positive note.
She needs to outsource
I'll
all of
try.
her decision to an outside council. And like the council needs to like veto her decisions for her. She needs a wrangler.
To work through things and figure things out, and you know, do what I said I would do on my hiatus and come back stronger, and you know, be a good cat deserving of your attention. But I really don't
No,
know if
not
it's
a
possible.
manager.
Like I said, I don't know if it's possible. But I guess
she doesn't have the money for a manager, and if she gets a manager, they're gonna like exploit her or something or steal all her money. No, not a manager. Never, 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 never. Manager also like carries legal implications. If she starts calling somebody a manager, they get much more power than anybody should have.
This, thank you, spirit mates. Thank you for supporting me, and
I think she did reach out to Sayu before they spoke briefly, yeah.
Like, I'm such an ugly crier. Like being here and being willing to listen to my side of it and still supporting me. Thank you. It's
Oh
too
my god.
I said it would be positive. Okay.
I mean, TBH, I didn't think that she sounded Menhera in that video. It was just like sad. She sounds Menhera when she like says all these edgy stuff, those like shocking things, and she's firing shots at this and that, but she didn't do that this video. She sounded pretty normal. She just sounded like depressed.
What I meant to say is thank you. I love you. I'm really happy that you support me, and I'll try to do my best for you. Okay. 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 Thank you. Thank you for
She sounded Monero when she made a stream after her group disbanded. Really? I haven't watched that stream. I don't know where I was when that happened.
For listening. I know this has been a lot of me just rambling and talking, but I appreciate it. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna shut up now. I'm sorry, this is too embarrassing. I can't handle it. Goodbye. I'm sorry.
Yeah, she sounds emotionally beaten down. That is... Yeah, she just zooped out. How did she do that? Is it a toggle? Jesus Christ, that was heavy. I've seen this story one too many times. She just needs a big hub and friends by her side. Everything can get better. There's this thing that people say that when you allow others to do to you what you think you deserve. And I think it's a little bit of a case of that. Like, subconsciously, she lets other people kind of walk all over her. That was wild. Yeah, we can't take everything she says at face value, sure, but like I'm reacting to her videos, so I'm just reacting to what she's saying because I don't have anything else to base myself on anyway. But a lot of the stuff, I mean, unless besides the last bit, I had heard it before from other sources. It was pretty consistent. Like, obviously, I haven't, read all the other sides and stuff. It's kind of a he say, she said thing. Well, she says in this case. The thing about the internet and people's vulnerabilities is that displaced turned into a mental institute itself. This becomes the outsource. I think she should keep on going, though. I don't think she should give up. It just sucks that she's been laying low and she's still getting this harassment. It's it's like something that you learn to ignore, but it's always like a low level stressor that's in the background. Yeah, I hope she can find some joy regardless. I mean, even if, look, even if the other people say that their experience was different, I think that this was how she viewed these situations, like from her own perspective. And I can still like sympathize with her perspective. You know what I mean? Oh yeah, do you remember that? Oh yeah. Oh, okay, yeah. So this was the Salvi video, a mirror, the original. Then there was false ID. This was on November 2024. Then False ID released his in December 5th, 2024.
It's taken a turn for the worst.
And then when the whole Berry Loaf thing happened, she tweeted that it's always nice to see evil people getting proven to be evil. So it was very, like, it's not really a vague post because you kind of know what she's talking about. And then she said this: while people just decided to pretend you didn't say what you said about that person, the most insane part to me is staff and other livers acting like I'm crazy for getting my outfit leaked, especially when they were all aware of what kind of person was around. It was my fault though. I should have known not to send things to livers and that it end up on 4chan. This is also consistent with what she said in this video we just watched. And then she responds to somebody else here saying, well, she seems to be innocent, it seems, if we are talking about who I think you are talking about. She just dropped a Google Doc proving her innocence. And then she replies, I'm trying to keep it real, G. I don't give a fuck about her other shit. She's a psychotic, manipulative bee. As a pure, innocent angel and child of God, I feel some disdain towards the Lord for making me unable to lie. Mayhaps if I had no conscience, I could too be perma-defended by 2 IQ people. Nah, she's the GOAT, actually. Total twisty victory on that front. I mean, everything she turned out to complain about turned out to be real on the Niji stuff. Shakespeare. Actually Shakespeare. Mary of DCCV is so bad now. Of course you would know that. That's such a random lore drop. Yeah. A lot of, like, yeah, when you resurrect, a lot of the people don't carry over. Hey, you! Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that bell button. And I'll see you in the next video.